All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our September meeting of this great august body, the Caribbean Association of Georgia, a place that you can meet to have your skill set being used, your talent being used, your voice being heard, and you gain a recognition. Present with us, we have our president, which is the leader of the board and this great body, in the person of Christian Newton. Our vice president is Camille Fitzsimmons. Yours truly is the sergeant at arms. We have Cheryl Tang, and also is in communication, and we have Garfield, who is also our treasurer. With that being said, this afternoon, the task is mine to welcome you once again, taking the time off your busy schedule to be a part of this meeting. With that being said, the meeting of the Caribbean Association of Georgia on the 6th of September at 5:03 p.m. This meeting is now called to order. At this moment, I will proceed, which everything we normally do is acknowledge the presence of the Lord. I am a Pentecostal preacher, and I believe in God, and I pray in the Pentecostal way by disclaimer. Father God, we give you praise, we give you honor, we give you glory. We thank you for this moment, oh God, of your blessing upon this great organization, upon the leadership of this organization. Give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We pray this meeting, oh God, today will bring blessing, honor, and glory to your name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen. At this time, I will hand over to our official Cheryl Tag, who will go to do the welcome in the best way she know how.
Thank you, Sion. I hope everyone could hear me, and good evening. Good afternoon. It is 5:04. Welcome to the Caribbean Association of Georgia's monthly meeting. I am Cheryl Fegg, the PR for this organization. And on this great afternoon, as Sion has already prayed us into the presence, I just want to welcome each and every one of you who are here to this afternoon. I welcome Jocelyn Martin, that represents St. Kitts. It's Donna McLeod, our honorable. I know what you are, but I didn't write it down. But yes, more than a commissioner, more than everything else for the Georgia State Representative.
State representative, yeah.
Thank you, State Representative. I thank you for gracing us with your presence this afternoon. I see Ms. Harris. I'm sorry. Yes, good afternoon. I didn't have you on my list, but welcome to the monthly Georgia meeting. And now, Sion has already done our roll call as he had presented our president, Christine Newman, Camille Fitzsimmons, our VP. Garfield is not online at the moment. And I am Cheryl Fegg, and Ms. Norma is also not on the line at this moment. But that is our roll call. And once again, welcome to our monthly meeting. I throw it back on now to our president of the Caribbean Association of Georgia, Christine.
Hello, everyone, and thank you all for joining. We haven't had a meeting in a couple of months, but we're back and ready to roll. This meeting is being recorded for the mass and streamed to YouTube and Facebook Live. So if you want to share it, go ahead. If you still want to join us, you can. You could go to CaribbeanGeorgia.org and join the meeting there, but you have to register. But this meeting is recorded and it will be made available to the public because we have some valuable information that you need to hear, and we're going to celebrate Belize and St. Kitts and Nevis Day because they have independence. So thank you guys for joining, and back to you, Sia.
Once again, thank you, Madam President, and I apologize because I feel to myself like the meeting start off with a little low energy from me, and that's not really me. I see Donna McLeod is laughing, so I don't want it to come from me. So I apologize to the low energy in start. But here we are celebrating Belize and also St. Kitts, Belize and St. Kitts, our Caribbean brothers and sisters. Let's give a hand for our Caribbean brothers and sisters. It's nothing better than freedom, nothing better than independence. With that being said, Belize gained independence on the 19th of
No, St. Kitts.
St. Kitts get independence 1981, the
83.
21st of September. And I can't remember when Belize gained their independence, but nevertheless, we know it's St. Kitts. Are we going to start off with S. Erica Antoinette? Is she there?
Mhm.
Could we start off with St. Kitts Nevis because Jocelyn has an appointment?
Awesome. Okay, Ms. Jocelyn, the floor is yours to let us know all about this great island of St. Kitts. So when you finish, we're going to pack our bag and we're going to call an emergency bouquet. We are all sailing all the way to St. Kitts and Nevis.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you. You have gotten me really excited now to be able to talk to y'all. It's an honor for the Caribbean Association of Georgia for me to come before you today, far from the sun-drenched shores of the Caribbean, yet connected by the spirit of ambition and progress. I want to transport you for just a few minutes to a place where history and modernity dance in harmony, the Twin Island Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. On September 19, 1983, the Twin Island Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis proudly raised its own flag, stepping boldly into the world as the smallest sovereign state in the Western Hemisphere. Since then, despite our size, we have achieved great strides that speak to our resilience, creativity, and self-determination as a people. And what a journey it has been. Our democracy has flourished. For more than 4 decades, we have preserved a stable political system where the voices of our citizens are heard, respected, and valued. This foundation of democratic governance has earned us recognition as one of the more politically stable nations in the Caribbean. From the very beginning, the young nation understood the importance of building a robust and resilient society. One of its earliest and most significant achievements have been the transformation of its economy. We transitioned from a sugar-dependent economy to one driven by tourism, financial services, small business innovation, and explored avenues in renewable energy, demonstrating foresight and adaptability in a rapidly changing world. Our citizenship by investment program, one of the first of its kind, has attracted global recognition and generated resources for national development. Today, tourism stands as a vibrant cornerstone of the economy, attracting visitors from across the globe who come to experience its pristine beaches, historic sites, and the warmth of its people. But beyond tourism, St. Kitts and Nevis has strategically cultivated a thriving financial services sector and explored avenues in renewable energy, demonstrating foresight and adaptability in a rapidly changing world. Education, too, has been a beacon of progress, recognizing that its people and its greatest resource, the government has consistently invested in human capital development. Access to quality education from primary to tertiary levels has empowered generations, fostering a scaled workforce and nurturing intellectual growth. The nation boasts high literacy rates, and institutions like Ross University School of Veterinary Medicine and the Medical University of Americas have attracted students worldwide, making our islands hubs of knowledge and learning. A strong commitment to lifelong learning, ensuring the citizens are well equipped to contribute to national development. In the realm of health, St. Kitts and Nevis has made remarkable strides, improving access to medical services and focusing on public health initiatives. This commitment ensures the well-being of the citizens, a fundamental pillar of any prosperous society. Culturally, St. Kitts and Nevis is a vibrant tapestry woven with Africa, European, and indigenous threads. Since independence, there have been a conscious effort to preserve and promote its rich heritage. From the rhythmic beats of carnival, music festival, and international achievements to the historic Brimstone Hill Fortress, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the nation celebrates its identity with pride, sharing its unique history with the world. We have advanced in renewable energy and environment stewardship. Nevis has been a pioneer in geothermal explosion, and across the Federation, we continue to pursue green energy initiatives that place us at the forefront of sustainable development in the Caribbean. And perhaps most importantly, we have nurtured a strong sense of national pride and unity. Our people continue to embody resilience, whether facing hurricanes, global economic challenges, or the COVID-19 pandemic. Time and again, we have risen stronger together. On the global stage, St. Kitts and Nevis has consistently championed regional integration and international cooperation. It has been an active voice in CARICOM, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, and the United Nations, advocating for small island developing states and contributing to discussions on climate change, sustainable development, and global peace. Friends, the story of St. Kitts and Nevis since independence is one of courage, innovation, and unwavering determination. It is a testament to what a small nation can achieve when guided by a clear vision and the collective will of its people. From the economic diversification that has brought prosperity to the investment in education and healthcare that empowers its citizens and the vibrant preservation of its culture, St. Kitts and Nevis shines as a true jewel forged in freedom. And we look to the future. We see a nation continuing to build on its strong foundation, embracing innovation and upholding the values of democracy and progress. St. Kitts and Nevis remind us all that true strength lies not in size, but in the spirit of a people united by common purpose and dreams. As I close, I would like to take the opportunity to invite you to our Independence Picnic on Saturday, September the 27th at Wade Walker Park, Stone Mountain. It would be at the pavilion at the Fun Park next to the YMCA. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And listening to St. Kitts and Nevis independence, the 21st of September, 1981. And I'm hearing of this happy index of St. Kitts. I guess you guys are well on your way to, I guess might be number 5, 10, 15, but you're well up on the happy index. Everything is on the up and up. So we all are taking a trip to St. Kitts. By 2026, yes. Every one of us will have at least one trip to St. Kitts and Nevis on those beautiful beaches. With that being said, we're going to welcome now to hear of Belize from Miss Erica. Is she there?
I am here. Good afternoon, good evening to all. I am Erica Antoinette Castillo-Slayton. I hail from the beautiful country of Belize in Central America. I would love to do a quick video PowerPoint presentation if I have the authority to please share my screen, if that's okay.
It's okay.
All right, thank you.
I'm coming out.
And before I get started, let me acknowledge the board of directors from this amazing organization. I had the pleasure of sitting as your chair of the advisory council some years ago and was able to do some work within the organization, and super happy to be here today to celebrate the great nation of Belize. On the 21st of September, we will celebrate our 44th Independence Day. And so just today, we had the Belize national soccer team here in Atlanta playing against the Atlanta United at a field up in Marietta. So I'm not even, didn't even get a chance to take my clothes off and dress for today's presentation, but I would not miss this invitation. I want to thank oh, good. Is it Christine? No. I don't know why I can't think of the young lady's name.
Cheryl.
Fitzsimmons. Camille, thank you,
Yeah.
Ms. Fitzsimmons, for being kind to consider me for today's presentation. And so I welcome you all to Belize. Let's go. Like I share, Belize Independence, 44th Independence Day is September 21st. Just like most Caribbean nations, we celebrate in a festive way with parades as well as live carnival engagements throughout the country. And for us, September, we call it September to Remember. It is a month-long celebration, I would say. And so September 1st starts off our celebratory events all over the country. Where is Belize? I'm going to go ahead and answer this question. Many people say, hey, is it a Caribbean nation? Is it a Latin American nation? Where is it and what is it? So here's a little map there, just to let you know, Belize does border Mexico as well as Guatemala. We are on the Caribbean Sea. We are about the size of Massachusetts, the size of New Jersey. The population is very small compared to other Caribbean nations. We're only at about 420,000 population, which is of course smaller than Atlanta. Not Metro Atlanta, excuse me. Atlanta proper city, the city limits is about 500,000. So you can just imagine how small we are in size. Belize, in addition to its mainland, boasts over 400 keys, and we call our islands keys. And we're a member of both CARICOM as well as SICA. So we are a part of both organizations. We do have a colonial history very similar to a number of other Caribbean nations. Our colonial history rests with the British Empire. We're second British colony after Jamaica, and we were established in 1862, officially known as British Honduras, because of course we were colonized by the British. And so our name was changed from British Honduras in 1973, once we established self-governance, to Belize in 1973, excuse me, and we gained independence in 1981, September 21st. Okay, and so this picture here is our first Prime Minister, George Price, along with our first Governor General, who's there standing with him. And this is the very first, this is the day of independence, September 21st, 1981. Our national identity, here's our Belize flag. If you see it flown anywhere, everywhere, this is our flag, represents the history of Belize, as well as the labor of the African diaspora that was engaged in the colonization and the work of the nation. Natural wonders of Belize. We do have the second largest barrier reef in the world, excuse me, behind the Great Barrier Reef. However, the Belize Barrier Reef is alive. It is alive and thriving. And so Belize is known for a number of individuals who go for diving. Diving is a big deal in Belize. So we wanted to make sure that you all know we are listed with UNESCO World Heritage Site since '96. Other natural wonder in our beautiful waters, we have what's called a blue hole. It's a sinkhole that established many moons ago. You can read the screen there, but it's a wonder. And so most people are able to get to this attraction by air. We do have hopper planes that fly over to a number of the different keys. And so this is one of the tourist attraction where one would fly in one of the hopper planes and go and look at the blue hole. You can also take a boat out. It's about 60 miles out into the Caribbean Sea. Our other natural wonder is our rainforest. About 60% of our mainland is covered in forest, and we have a number of different waterfalls. I was just there this summer with my children for 2 weeks. We went cave tubing, a number of different cave systems, and it's a wonder. Our national animal is a tapir. And so you're going to see this animal all over the Belize Zoo, and it's just wandering around. But this just wanted to make sure you all had a little bit of history about some of the things that are native to Belize. Regarding our religion, this is a great place to stop just to let people know a little bit about what our religion looks like, because we are in Central America where most of the nations were colonized by Spain. And so you're going to see a heavy population of the Roman Catholic faith in Belize, but you can kind of see the breakdown of the percentage there. One thing to also share is that we have a Mennonite population that came over in about the early 20s, early 30s in Belize. And so they have a good percentage of the religious population there. Our music is vibrant. We are not known for soca, but what we are known for is our broke down music and our punta rock. And so we'll be able to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. Let's talk about our schools. In Belize, our primary schools are funded by the government, but ran by the churches. And this might be similar for a number of different Caribbean as well as Central American nations. So we have our schools that are going to be the Catholic schools, Methodist school, just whatever the religion is, it'll just be ran by that. Seventh-day Adventist schools and the likes. So here are our beautiful children. The capital of Belize is Belmopan. Belmopan was relocated from our original capital, which was Belize City, right on the coast, in 1961 after a Hurricane Hattie. And this was a devastating hurricane to the country of Belize. It was thought that the hurricane would have made an initial turn, and it did not. It went right directly into Belize. Many lives were lost during this hurricane. And as a consequence of this hurricane, the capital city was moved from the coast to inland, about an hour inland. One thing to note, my dad was in the hurricane and the roof fell off, blew off. I'm sure a number of individuals are familiar with that story, and they had to wait for the water to subside before they could be rescued from the home. This is our capital in Belmopan, and it is where Parliament holds session. I would love to talk about our indigenous communities. We have two thriving indigenous communities in Belize. We do have the Mayan Indians, who are continuing to thrive in a number of different ways in the as it pertains to agriculture, as well as the ruins, of course, is there in Belize. We have plenty of ruins. I was just there with my children. They are this tall, they are this wide, and they are amazing. Sight to behold. One thing to note as well is that Belize, the Mayans are the cultivators of cacao, which makes, of course, chocolate. And we have the richest version of chocolate, the cacao, as a consequence of the produce that's produced in Belize by the Mayans. So this is something that they're known for in Belize. And so that's what you see being made here at the bottom slide. Another ethnicity I would love to highlight is the Garifuna ethnicity. And many of you might have heard about this ethnicity. It's the ethnicity I'm from. And this is a mixture of Arawak Indian, Carib Indian, as well as African. And so we were exiled from St. Vincent in 1797, and we migrated to Central America from Belize to Honduras, Guatemala, as well as Nicaragua. And so we maintain our language, our food, our rituals, our spirituality, and the likes. That's my aunt at the very bottom of that picture, everybody. Say hi. A little bit more about the culture. We, of course, maintain our identity as it pertains to the drumming and as well as the masquerade. This dance here that you see here, this is called Wanargua, and it's a masquerade dance, and it's similar to Jonkanu that's performed there in Bahamas. So I know many on the line are familiar. One thing to note, the Garifuna in Belize have a national holiday called Garifuna Settlement Day. Is celebrated every year, November 19th. And it was actually instituted by my great-great-grandfather, Mr. T.V. Ramos, Thomas Vincent Ramos. And so we're excited to be able to continue to call his name, celebrate his work, and continue to be a legacy for the future generations to come. Let's talk a little bit about the food. The food is amazing. Our traditional Garifuna Belizean dish is going to be the stewed chicken, rice and beans, potato salad or coleslaw, and plantain. So any Sunday, you can rest assured you're going to have this meal in any Belizean's home, whether it be in Metro Atlanta, Chicago, LA, New York, or in sunny Belize. You're going to get this meal. Another favorite is called hudut. Hudut is a Garifuna dish. It is a coconut stew made with fish. And then we have our mashed plantain. Our mashed plantain is what we some would call fufu. And so that's what we use to in terms of that dish. What I will say is that as years have progressed, we have added a few extra pieces to this dish. And so you will see some people with crab, shrimp, lobster, and the likes in this this stew, this coconut stew. And so it is delicious. And yes, I do make it. The joy of childhood. We have a number of different ethnicities in Belize. As you can see, we are a beautiful rainbow. And our children grow up in close-knit families. Tradition is very important. We, of course, we have a number of different ethnicities. And so the main language that's spoken is English because we are a British colony. That's the official language of Belize. However, you will hear the broken English, which we call Creole. And so that's going to be very similar in sound to the Jamaican accent. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to come visit us in sunny Belize. We are just a quick, less than 3-hour direct flight from Atlanta on Delta Airlines. We have a daily flight that leaves out in the morning and one flight that comes back in the afternoon. And so please, if you're interested, go online now and book your ticket. You will love the country. Our money is 2 to 1. It is a fixed rate. And so we welcome you. You better believe I came today to say hello to you all. I want to make sure that you know a little bit more about Belize and come visit us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you very
Awesome,
much,
awesome.
Erica.
Thank you.
And I tell you, rest assured, Billy's taking all of us. All of us. The only thing is that when we hear 2 for 1, it's like, we got to load up more money to come to Belize, but we will have a great, great time. And thank you once again. And one thing I take away, the greatest thing that like your personal family play a part in Belize history, and that is very good. With that being said, our next will be
I have a
Ms. Donna
question before you
McCall.
go on, Sion, to Miss Erica. So
Yes.
who won the Atlanta United game today?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Well, first of all, let me share this. I did receive the first soccer scholarship as a Belizean here in this great state of Georgia. And because I was not on the team, we didn't. But next time, I did try to
Okay.
come from the sideline. But you know what I told the coach? I said, you know what? That just means we have unfinished business. So come back. Come back
Okay.
to Atlanta. Atlanta is a place that is very welcoming. And so we're excited. The team is looking to actually Atlanta United is looking to play a match in Belize. And so they're looking to extend the favor and come to Belize early part of next year. So we're excited, but it was a great great game.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very informative from both presentation and the presenters. We want to thank you to taking time off and to grace us with information. And we all are excited that we're going to split. If it's 3 to different islands, or all of us take turns and go to the same island, and we'll have a good time. I love the food that I'm hearing about. I'm a foodie. With that being said, our next presenter going to be Ms. Harris along with Ms. Donna McLeod.
I'm going to introduce Ms. Harris. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. And congratulations to the 2 islands that are celebrating their independence. Congratulations. We are one, and definitely we celebrate with you this Independence Day. I am, of course, the Honorable Donna McLeod, the first Jamaican born to serve in the Georgia House of Representatives. And I am here in order to give you guys some information. We know that the HR 1, which has often been referred to as the big, beautiful bill, has been enacted, and it is one that is actually derived from Project 2025. And there are going to be changes to this, to how people get SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare. And so I have asked my friend, because of course you guys give people last minute notices. I just want to let you guys know. But but you know, when they have last minute, they call on me. So, and I try to do my best to deliver quality people that I know over the years. And so Reveille, I've known Reveille for probably about over a decade now. And she's helped me on several things over the years. So I just want you guys to have a warm welcome, and she's going to give you some information that I think you can use. And I'm one of those people that believe the more you know is the more you can do things for yourself, and you can make changes because you know. So I'm going to go and hand it over to Miss Reveille Harris. Your mic. We can't hear you, Reveille.
Okay, how about now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate the invitation from Miss Donna McLeod, Honorable. Thank you guys for allowing me to share your platform and come through and share the information that I have from my company, the Financial Wealth Group. We are a tax planning and a business advisory firm, and we are licensed financial brokers as well. So I'm always all in the mix of getting updates. As I told Ms. McLeod, Ms. Donna, we are all now certifying to get all of these new updates from that big bill. All right, so there's a lot of things that we have to drill down to here and there. And as things come about, to make sure our communities are aware. And I'm so happy to be a part of that because I love being a resource to people that I connect with. And mentioning the big bill, we can start with talking about the SNAP benefit for aliens. That's a very hot topic. And so I'm just going to run down some of the qualifications of what's needed for SNAP going forward. A lot of things are still in place, but there are some discrepancies here and there that you're going to find coming up because that big, beautiful bill is all over the place, in my opinion. So we have to always go there and then go back to see how it's going to affect the states and then how it's going to affect local communities. Okay, so with that being said, for the SNAP benefits, the requirement is that you do have to be a resident of the U.S. And so that is including green card holders or nationals. It does not include the people who are visiting as an alien or tourist, diplomats, or even some students who are here temporarily. So they are excluded. It would include those who are aliens but have a status of being Cuban and Haitian extern. They're under the Refugee Educational Assistance Act. So that's something to look up. But if they are Cuban or Haitian entrant, they can get an application, if you will, or start the process for being qualified for SNAP. And also an individual who resides in the United States and who is part of what they call TANF, or getting the food stamps, and it's called Temporary Assistance for Needy Families now. And so they would be eligible for certain benefits as well. The income and financial resources are always going to be considered with determining if someone is eligible or not, so that hasn't changed. But this primarily too came up because a lot of people are living in families that have been considered based on size and income versus status of citizenship. So now everyone in the household needs to be documented to make sure they can prove citizenship. So that's one of the things they want to be sure that everybody has. Even though they may have been qualified because of family size or income, now they have to prove citizenship. Okay, and we know a lot of families have people come over and just start to live with them and to be here and living as a citizen. When does it get implemented? Now. So the systems around the states in the different departments of child and health services are going through systems now because they have to report back to the government about any changes, you know, people coming off, numbers and things like that by January. So everything has to be implemented by December 31st, and I call that now because a lot of families are coming up for their redetermination by the 31st. So anything could happen with those families. I did list a few qualified statuses for Medicaid as well, because a lot of times people who have Medicaid, they get SNAP, or if they get SNAP, they get Medicaid. So we do kind of put them together when we're looking at qualifications. So there is a list that I can provide so that you know who can definitely possibly qualify to be eligible for Medicaid. And there's a list for that. The other thing that kind of changed for Medicaid itself is that now people have the work requirement. The age has changed for that. It used to go up to about age 54, but now it's going up to between 19 and 64. That if you want to qualify for Medicaid, you have to be a part of their work requirement program. And you might hear it called something like community engagement too, is a language that they may use to qualify or disqualify for Medicaid, but you have to have about 20 hours of work in their program to be able to qualify for Medicaid. And when is that implemented? It's implemented now. So because a lot of people are coming up for that redetermination. And also, I know a lot of people may have had questions about Medicare too, as it stands. And the Medicare eligibility is the same, hasn't changed. But the thing that is changing is that people who have not been determined to be a U.S. citizen, they will become terminated as of January. So the latest being, they'll give them about 1 year. So the latest would be January 4th, 2027. But if they have not proven U.S. citizenship, they will have to terminate their Medicare coverage. So that is definite. Also, there is a program for Medicare called the Medicare Savings Program. And this is important because it's a program where people are covered both with Medicare and Medicaid. And so they both pay for Medicare premiums Part A and B. So that program is going to be funded for another year for now, for during 2026. So I would say that we just need to continue to watch that program because there are a lot of seniors that use Medicare and Medicaid together, or they're in a nursing home to use that program together for benefits. So if that is disturbed, cut, reduced, taken away, we know what's going to happen to those seniors. Okay, so that's one to really watch for next year. And also with the Medicare change for prescription, we definitely know that there's going to be some increased out-of-pocket cost for prescriptions. We know that for sure. The out-of-pocket cap for Medicare for now is $2,000 for medications. And so it is planning to increase by $100 for 2026. This will affect both Medicare statuses of people that have Medicare Advantage and the regular Medicare plan, which is the red, white, and blue card. So you can expect to see some changes with the increase in the prescriptions. They do have a new program that the beneficiaries can enroll in, where they can pay their deductibles or their, not deductibles, excuse me, their drug caps, premiums, if you will, into what's called a Medicare prescription payment plan. And so they just opt to enroll in that or to fill out a form, and they can present it to the carrier for that prescription payment plan. And what it does is allow them to make monthly payments up to the cap of what the prescription cap is for the medication. And so they can spread it out over a year's time instead of maybe paying for a lot of prescriptions up front out of pocket. And the insurance company would just bill them on a monthly basis for their portion as it's broken down of them into the prescription payment plan. So that is pretty much where we are for those two subject matters right now. Other topics are really hot still too. So if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Donna to, ask questions about certain topics, and I'll be happy to give her resources and more information about any rules, regulations of changes that come up so that she can share them with the group. And again, thank you so much for having me here today.
Thanks
Thank you,
very much, Ms. Harris, for bringing us that information on SNAP and Medicare. And I recognize while you're doing the presentation, and correct me if I'm wrong with me zooming into what you're saying, most of these things will go into effect pitching towards the midterm 2026. So that will be most of the challenging time, correct?
They are going to be implemented now, but some of them will take effect in 2026 as far as the Medicare increase for prescriptions. Wow. So yeah, that part will start in 2026. Everything else is implemented now.
Okay.
And let me clarify. So the word alien is actually how it's referred to in the bill. I know that a lot of folks use undocumented, but in the bill, people that do not have green cards or not citizens of this country, they are referred to as alien in the bill in HR 1. So just so you know that if anybody's listening, it is not a misstep. It's what is actually the language in the bill. We've gone back and forth between the bill, and she sent me a lot of stuff, and there is a summary if you guys want us to share that with you. But this is a short term, and she really worked really hard to get this together so you could get a good snap. If there's anything else that you guys do want to know about later on, her firm will definitely be able to help you out, and I'll definitely be able to administer that and get the information, because knowledge is power. I can't say that enough. If you go around making decisions on nonsense, you will get nonsense in the end, and you won't get anything that is worthy of your time, and it will probably end up costing you more money. And again, time, it cannot be replaced. Money can be, but not time. So I hope that this was beneficial, and everybody learned something. You will see the changes. Some of the changes, yes, now is happening, but yes, it's going to really ferment in the midterm, because the end of December really is the new year is beginning, right? So we are going to see a lot more effects of this bill in the new year.
I have a quick question. And one of the I wanted to invite, someone like Ms. Harris on is because of the effects that I know it have on the elderly. And many of your Caribbean elders, they've been in the United States for years. And a lot of them, when they come here, or when they were younger, they're going to go back home, and the years go by. So some of them are here 20, 30 years and still don't have their citizenship. So those people, oh gosh, They'll be affected. And now that they're older, they're not going to understand a lot of these changes. So how is the information getting to them? Because it's obvious they're going to be affected. And it's a lot of them. I know a lot of them that's been here for years. And people always wonder why they're here for so many years and they don't get their citizenship, because I know that their intent was to go back home, but reality kicks in. Yeah.
So this is why this platform is so important, and wherever else we can get the information out to, and if you guys can boost this to and share it to the body itself, just send it as an email. The more the information goes. But yes, we've had this problem in the Caribbean community. You know, them always go back home, but them they have 40 years, them grandparents them here, them don't know nothing about the islands anymore. But they're still, you know, they're waiting to go home. But you know, again, the green card holders will have some priority, but it will not the number one priority. I can tell you that much. Who, as a person who faced this with my own sister, who passed away 2 years ago, trying to get help for her. She actually refused to get her citizenship here because she's a Canadian citizen as well. And so because of her refusal, I had difficult time getting some of the services that she would have gotten easier if she was a citizen. So those of us that are on here and those of us that are listening, it is also our responsibility. One of the things I'm committed to, and anybody who knows me, I am committed to making sure that we have facts. Mm-hmm. I don't go in the realm of what you call it, delusional thinking. I'm not one of those. What is it? What is that term when, you know, that where people start believing fake stuff? I'm an engineer by profession, so for me, everything has to make sense. It's got to be logical. I'm a very root cause person, and so in our community, one of the things that I really strive to do is to make sure that we have factual information, because when you're making decisions based on facts, you make better decisions. It ain't going to always work out, but at least you're making a decision based on facts and not something that somebody is trying to convince you of something or gaslight you on it. It is important that we have the facts. And this is really important information because yes, there are a lot of us are aging, including myself. I am no spring chicken myself. So, and most of us on this line, we're over 50. You know, for the youngins, praise the Lord, enjoy yourself. But we're getting up there, and I just want people to know that it's impacted us in real time as well. It's not an abstract thing for us anymore. And you know, for anyone who's listening out there, I just had 2 people become citizens of this country. They were born in Jamaica, been here for over almost 50 years, and they got their citizenship this year. It took a lot of going around, but they got it done. And if you are able to, please do. It is much more costly now to be a citizen. So, but it is worth it to have that, especially if you've built the kind of life and property that you have in this country. If you've got property in this country, you don't want anyone taking it away because they can change the rules on you. And everything is about rules and laws. So I urge you, if you have not become a citizen of this country, to do so, because a lot is at stake about property, your grandchildren. And I can't stress it enough. I've been stressing this for a long time, and I hope that now it's ringing a little bit truer than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Ms. McLeod, because I always say informed people make informed decision, and you cannot allow yourselves to be swayed and don't play around with your decision, because time is a currency. Mm-hmm. No exchange. Make wise decision with your time. Ms. Harris, you have something to say?
No. I was just saying exactly.
All right. At this time, we will have our board member, Cheryl Tagg, who's going to come and tell us about membership.
Thank you again. And listen, this format has been so informative. So as I'm just advocating for membership, I welcome everyone who is new here. And if you are joining us for the first time, just tell us where you are from, and we would like to welcome you. Is Ashley, are you a new first-time member at the at this meeting? Ashley? Okay. Well, if you are, we welcome you. And those that are online watching us on YouTube or Facebook, we welcome you all as well. Now, membership is very important to any and all organizations. Caribbean Association of Georgia is a blanket of the associations here in Georgia and worldwide and metro-wide. So we encourage everyone to become a member. We do have Okay, thank you, Ashley. We do have membership, which runs from an individual, $25. There's also the family membership at $50. Seniors and students are $20. And business are $65. You could also become a sponsor to the Caribbean Association of Georgia. Like I said, there are so many benefits that are you reap from this organization, not just giving your money and sitting back, but you become a member, you receive discounts from other selected businesses. You also receive discounts when there is an event with the Caribbean Association of Georgia. And once again, we are not just a party organization, but we are in the community to spice up this place. All right. So once again, we welcome those. Ashley, I saw you put something in the chat, and those that are online, we also welcome you as a member and continue to fan out the membership, and we will be contacting you. So thank you again for those that are on and for those that are online. Welcome. Christine?
Once again, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you very much. And just let you know also that our main staple is our festival. And being the person that had to deal with the vendors for the Just Conclude the Festival, I want us to make sure that if you want prime spot, you got to pay early. They are going very fast, so you can solicit your spot now, and it is going at a fast rate. So you can jump ahead and make sure you get that prime spot that you're looking for. Don't wait for the last resort. With that being said, I'm gonna call forth Ms. Camille, who's our VP, and she's gonna have a little Q&A session with us.
All right, thank you, Sion. Thank you. I'm a little bit under the weather. Again, thank everyone for being here. All the guest speakers was very informative. Thank you so much. And just want to piggyback off of Cheryl. We do need volunteers, and I think Christine probably will talk about that later. So, and you could find all the information on our website, caribbeangeorgia.org. All right, so we're going to do a little trivia here. I don't know if Christine is going to give away prizes or what, but let's get into it. Okay, I have two questions. The first question, and if you know the answer, the first one to put it in the chat, that's the winner. Blank is both a Central American nation with a Caribbean coastline and a member of the Caribbean CARICOM, identifying with the Caribbean region due to shared cultural, linguistic, and political ties, despite its geographical location in Central America. Its history as a former British colony explains why it is the only English-speaking country in Central America and why it belongs to the Commonwealth Caribbean. What is the name of that country? The first one, let me see, let me look, drum roll. All right, so let's see who is up here. The first one, I believe that's Miss Cheryl. The answer is Belize. All right, thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. Yay. All right, thank you, Miss Cheryl. All right, so next question. All right, so blank is a volcanic, mountainous, two-island country in the Eastern Caribbean Sea, a member of the Commonwealth and a popular tourist destination known for its natural beauty, historical sites like sugar plantations, and vibrant carnivals. The country offers a citizenship by investment program and is located near the US, allowing for good air access to North America and Europe. What is the name of these two countries? Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Drum roll. And Cheryl won again. All right, let's give Miss Cheryl. She's the big winner. She was paying attention earlier. Yay!
Cheryl is on it.
Someone put St. Kitts for the Belize answer. And
Well,
so
it's St. Kitts Nevis,
they
so
forgot the Nevis.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. Go ahead,
Okay.
Sion.
Thank you
Um,
so much. Thank you.
Before you wrap up, Camille, I have a question for Jocelyn Martin.
Okay, is she still here?
I believe she is still here.
Miss Jocelyn, you're wanted.
Jocelyn?
I don't know, Miss
Yes.
Jocelyn's still here.
I know she's on, but I don't know if she's able to answer your question. But go ahead with your question. And
Okay. In her earlier dialogue, she mentioned that St. Kitts Nevis is part of CARICOM and SKETA. I didn't know what that meant. I just wrote it down as SEKA. So if anybody's familiar with what that is, that's all I wanted to know. What is SKETA? SEKA.
You meant Sika, was that for Belize?
No, she said it was for St. Kitts Nevis. They were part of
Okay, I'm sorry.
CARICOM and SKETA. I'll get her later.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Cheryl. And now we're gonna hand over to our president, who will have a few words to say before we wrap up and conclude today's meeting.
hello, everyone. Your President Christine is here, and some announcements. And the biggest announcements of them all: we need donations. Go to CaribbeanGeorgia.org and donate, please. We have some things coming up that we're going to use those donations for. We need bikes for our toys giveaway. That's going to be December 20th. And so we're going to use those donations for additional toys and bikes for the kids. We would like to give away those toys in 3 different locations. Donations will help us. So go to CaribbeanGeorgia.org and donate. We're going to feed the homeless on December 12th. We are in need of volunteers. We're also calling all Caribbean restaurants. We have a lot of men to feed. So call us up or send a message, CaribbeanGeorgia@gmail.com or info@CaribbeanGeorgia.org. And let us know if you'd like to donate a tray, whatever it is to represent your restaurant or the Caribbean. And that's going to be December 12th. So we're telling you in advance, huh, Donna, Miss McLeod? We're telling the people in advance we need these meals for the 430 men that are going to be downtown. And so if you want to volunteer for those things, the volunteer sign-up sheet is online. Go to our website, all the information is there. Click on volunteer and just sign up. Additional things that are coming up. I have been searching for a Caribbean man that can cook to represent Caribbean Association of Georgia. I can't find any. I don't understand it. Guys, we need representation September 14th at Men Who Can Cook. And it's a great organization that, we want to represent Caribbean Association of Georgia. And it's like helping the youth that are in college and teaching them to cook and so forth. So I need a representation. I need a man that can cook. So if you're interested, it's no cost to you. If you're interested, give us a call, 778-902-4224, or send us a message. We need representation September 14th. He's not available. And one of the things, we will win a prize for the Caribbean Association of Georgia. So if you cook a little bit, we want a cook. And we know the Caribbean men out there, they can cook. So where are you? We need representation. There's 35 islands. One a day. So give us a call. We need representation now for September 14th. Other things that are coming up, I think that will be it for Caribbean Georgia. Let me see. Saturday. If you're not receiving our newsletter, send us a message. I've had some people email me and saying they're not getting our newsletter, they're a member, and they've not heard anything. Information has been updated on the newsletter with your email addresses and so forth. If you are not receiving our newsletter, contact us, CaribbeanGeorgia@gmail.com, so I can have your email and put it on the list so you can get those valuable information. We can be found on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just type in Caribbean Association of Georgia. You'll find us. We're everywhere. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching today. Our next meeting is the first Saturday of each month. Register, join us. We need a few more board members. So we need you. Thank you so much. Sion?
And just to add also, if you haven't paid your dues, we will ask you if you can kindly do so. And while you're inviting others to be a part of, let them know that the membership comes with a membership dues. And if they can't afford to pay the membership dues, you can do them the honors of paying the membership dues for them, because you hear what we're doing for the community. Everything takes money. I wish if my smile could pay some of the bills, but unfortunately, my smile don't have the cost to cover some of the stuff that we have to do. So just remember that. And with that being said, once again, thank everyone for the time that you spent with us this evening. Thank you for all that you are doing for this great organization, moving it along, our president, our great board. Thank you very much for all that we are doing together as a community. And my president said one thing earlier in our preambles, that we are one culture. So we are one culture, we are one water, and we're going to move the Caribbean Association of Georgia together. So once again, thank you. And I would like to say, all in favor that this meeting adjourned, say aye.
One thing before we go, Ms. McLeod, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ms. Harris, thank you. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I know it was the last minute. I'll give you advance notice next time. Thank you so much.
And Erica, thank you so much. I appreciate it that you are here.
Yes.
And good luck with your Atlanta
Yes.
United, all right?
Thank you to all of the guest speakers. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Have a great evening and thank you.
All
So
right.
all in
too.
favor that this meeting will come to adjourn at 6:05 p.m., say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Aye.
With unanimous consent, this meeting has now adjourned and come to an end at 6:05 p.m. Thank you very much.
Have a
Good
good
evening.
evening, guys.
Good
Have a
night.
good